Hi, I'm Emily, and I am here with Maya Murphy's attorney, Ephraim J. Fink. Attorney Fink practices at Maya Murphy in Westport, Connecticut, and is admitted to practice law in both Connecticut and New York. My question today for Attorney Fink is, what are the top concerns I should have when conducting a search to find a lawyer for hire?
Thank you, Emily, and good morning. That's a great question. I get that all the time, of course, when people are seeking to hire me or they ask that question generally. Whether you are shopping for an attorney to hire for a family law matter, an employment case, or estate and probate work, there are some certain considerations you should look for that are not difficult to look up online. Let's break them down into 5 subject categories. Number 1, qualifications and credentials. This might be what we call someone's pedigree, what schools they attended to discern the caliber of the educational institutions they attended, for sure. But more important and more often, this may have to do with whether they have been recognized in the community and what their ratings are. Could be with super lawyers or Avo or Martindale Hubbell. There are a lot of lawyers out there, of course, so have they made an effort by either their work or their marketing to distinguish themselves in the public space? This may also generally or specifically have to do with their reputation or notoriety. Is this lawyer that prospective clients want to consult with known because of word of mouth and the referrals that keep coming his or her way for a good reason? Number 2, experience. This one seems pretty obvious, but it has 2 components. Of course, how long an attorney has been practicing is critical because it permits for time for that attorney to have seen similar disputes like your own and how to resolve them. But it also means that the lawyer is likely to have his or her finger on the pulse of the legal community by knowing judges, clerks, experts, other lawyers, and anyone else who might be involved in your matter. The other area of experience to think of course, is the kind of experience they have. That is significant. Did they start out as a prosecutor or a public defender? Did they work on mergers and acquisitions? If they are handling your divorce for you, how many have they handled before? So both amount and type of experience are factors you naturally want to investigate. Number 3, claim history. You would be surprised how much little time and effort people spend in looking at whether the attorney they are considering has been sued for malpractice before. This should really be a no-brainer. If you're having trouble finding such information online, there are people who can help you. Sometimes you can find by a simple Google search, or sometimes you need to go into the website of the judicial jurisdiction where the lawyer practices, as that is the most likely venue where claims may have been filed. If the history is significant, why would you want to entangle yourself with a practitioner who consistently has had clients call into question their competence? Number 4, morals and ethics. Just because the attorney doesn't have a legal malpractice history of being sued does not mean that he or she has not gotten into trouble before. Society often chides and jokes about lawyers for their questionable morals and ethics, but indeed lawyers are guided by a professional responsibility code. These ethical rules are stringent, and attorneys must adhere to them for everything from attorney-client privilege to conflict of interest and to communication. So just like lawsuit claims, you can research whether an attorney has been brought up before local and state ethics committees and the board of bar overseers to find out whether they have ever violated these rules and been punished for it. As you know, lawyers can be reprimanded, sanctioned, suspended, or even disbarred. So you would surely want to know about these types of red flags if it exists before hiring an attorney. Number 5, results. Finally, and as critical as the previous subject matters I talked about, does this lawyer get top-notch results? Does he or she have jury verdicts you can see online? Were they noted for achieving settlements or judgments in court that are above average or better than most? Do they accomplish a client's goals in an efficient, effective, and desirable manner? And do they, as sometimes the saying goes, do they underdeliver and overpromise? Do they exceed a client's expectations on a regular basis? If you want to talk about how to find the right lawyer for you and what factors to consider, please call me today at Maya Murphy PC at 203-221-3100.
Attorney Fink is available 24/7 and can be reached by calling 203-221-3100. You can also email Attorney Fink at efink@mayalaw.com, and please visit mayalaw.com for more information.